Welcome to scheduling a package, and here I just want to show you the basic steps for scheduling a package created in SQL Server 2012. Now we're going to do this as a SQL Server agent job. Now if you don't see a little green play button arrow here, then just right click on SQL Server agent and you can click start. Notice I've already started, so my start's inactive and stop is active. Yours would be just the opposite. Okay, so you can start it there. It'll take it just a minute to kind of start up and get going. Once it's started, and expand that, and keep in mind, once we start to schedule jobs and stuff to run, usually in production environment, the SQL Server agent service starts automatically on startup, but in a development environment like I'm in, it probably doesn't, so you won't have that problem. Now notice there's a couple of jobs in here. There's an SSIS server maintenance job and a sys policy purge history job. Now I'm going to right click on the jobs folder and choose new job, and this is going to bring up the new job interface or wizard type thing for me where I can set these up. Now I will call this execute package, and I would obviously give it a better, more descriptive name than that in the real world. And notice I'm just going to do an uncategorized local on the category here, and then I will go to steps. So I'll jump down to steps and I will create a new step. And what I'm going to do here is give the step a name, okay, and I'll say execute the SSIS package. And again, I'd be more descriptive in a real environment. And notice the type. If you'll look down here, you will see SQL Server Integration Services package. That's the one I want. And then notice I'm going to run it as I can change how this is run if I have options. I don't want to get into that right now. Notice the package source is the SSIS catalog. I can look in different places there. I'll leave it in the catalog. Then on the server, VTC SP, I'll just type it in. I'll use Windows Authentication. Then on my package here, I will click the ellipsis, and notice I'm looking into the same type interface that I did when I deployed it, and there is my package, and I just click OK. Then notice I can go into advanced here, and I can tell it when this particular step is successful, go to the next step. On a failure, I can quit reporting a failure. I can go to the next step. I can quit reporting success. I can retry it one time. I can wait 2 minutes before I retry it, that sort of thing. And then I can log to a table and I can include step output in history. Okay, and so I'll click OK there. That's my first new step. I can put multiples if I like. Same type layout on the schedules. I can create a schedule. When do I want this particular task to run? Okay, and I will call this weekend schedule. And notice it's recurring, and it's going to occur weekly on Fridays at, I'll double click right here. It'll go at 1 a.m. and then I'll choose the start date here, and I'll do no end date. So this thing is going to fire off every Friday night at 1 o'clock, and I will click there. Now watch for this on the exam. Notice that's called weekend schedule. I can do another new one, and I can call this weekday schedule, okay, or holiday schedule or whatever. And on the weekday, we're going to do one on Wednesday night, but I'm going to do this one at 3 a.m. Same thing, I'll start and I won't have an end date on this. And so notice we have a weekend schedule and a weekday, so I can have multiple schedules in whatever consideration, whatever situation that I want to have these run. Then I can go to alerts, and I can set up alerts to alert people on certain conditions. I can create an alert on a database, and then I can raise an alert when a certain message occurs and so forth. Then I can set the response, what I want to have happen, execute a job, notify certain operators, and all that sort of thing. And then notice I'm going to cancel out of this. And to notify people, I can go in here and determine who I'm going to notify and how I'm going to notify them. I can email them. My operators would show up in this list, and then I can do targets here, and I can run this on remote machines and so forth. All this alerts and notifications, it's kind of the chicken and egg thing. All right, so once I say OK here, if I haven't fouled it up too bad, it will set that job up, and now that job is ready to run. And once this goes away, I'll show you that when I'm setting up the notifications and so forth, the operators, I would have to go out here and first set up an operator, right? Go out here and do a new operator, put the name of that operator in. I can put pager schedules, notifications, email name, net send address, that sort of thing, and have those operators out there. So very easy to schedule these, and as you can see, execute package is out there. It's scheduled, it's ready to go. Come Friday at 1 a.m. or Wednesday at whatever it was I put in there, 3 a.m. This package will execute, and then we can go see a history on it later on. Okay, so anyway, that is how to schedule a job. And again, this is how you're going to do most of them. It's pretty straightforward. It's just like it's been in the past. No big changes here. That's the rundown on scheduling a package to run based on an automated schedule.